Hello Flosstube! It's Nichol. Welcome back to my channel and Flosstube episode 51. It is Tuesday, July 4th, 2023. Happy Independence Day to all of my American friends. And I also want to say a belated Happy Canada Day to our Canadian friends and viewers. Today we are celebrating or talking about, I guess, wrapping up Red, White, and June. I'm going to show you some finishes, and then we are going to definitely be starting all of the Christmas in July talk. I'm going to talk to you guys about my plans, the sal, all of those things. So I have a lot to share with you guys today. Let's go ahead and jump in and get started. As always, timestamps will be listed down in the description below, so you can skip to any of the things that you're interested in, or it makes it very easy if you have to go back and look at something later on, you can find it that way. I know, because I sometimes have to utilize that. Also, I have linked the products that I am talking about or showing in the description box below. Most of the time I do get everything. Sometimes I might miss things, or I may not have a link for it. So if you're ever curious or you've looked down there and you haven't found it, please reach out. Q&A. I only have a few today. Jan says, for the sal, are you using the mottled side of the Vintage Country Mocha linen? And she's talking about our Christmas in July sal, which is the sleigh ride sal, and we'll talk more about that a little later in the video. Yes, I will use the mottled side. Christine, what was the color of the Bee Stitch Me fabric that I shared last week? It was in my Stitchy mail. This is the fabric. There is no color on the label, so I'm sorry I can't tell you. It was a Lugana 28 count. You may reach out to them. Here, I'll hold it up here if you want to take a screenshot and send them an email and see if they can tell you what this is. E. Briggs 3498, will you be doing more felt stitching ornaments? I would love to do a sal of those, and then a whole bunch of other stuff. Yes, more than likely. I don't know how much. I will let you know. It really just depends on time. And the end of the year is really hard for me. Work-wise, I have a lot going on most of August and September. And so it really just depends on my schedule and if I could work it in. So it's a good suggestion, and I will keep it in mind for future sals. Sleepless for Way Too Long 7979. I think you said that the bonus charts that you had suggested in the sal, Reindeer Games was one of them, would be considered for the giveaway, but in the Flosstube for this week, I think you said only the Sleigh Company one that your stitching would count. I just want to be sure. Sleigh Ride, can't think of the last one, and Reindeer Games. The three that I'm showing you here a little later in the video, if you stitch any of those, you can be considered for the giveaways. I just don't want to open it up to every Cherry Hill Stitchery chart ever. I was a little more lenient with the Flossiversary sal, pardon me, I couldn't think, because it was such a free sal, meaning I just said stitch a patriotic chart from Cherry Hill Stitchery. This is going to be a little bit more like my regular sals. I've just given some options, and then I do have the bonus for stitching the ornament. That will be a bonus video during this, which I'll talk more about in a little bit. So it needs to be one of those, but I would really prefer it be the main sal, even if you don't finish it the way I finish. But again, any of the three of those. Stitchy Girl 2117 and Debbie Domagal 6839 said, would you consider doing a tutorial on the bow from the finishing tutorial for the Flossiversary Sal? And yes, I already filmed one. I just need to edit it, and it will be up a little later this week. And that is it, you guys, for the Q&A this week. Shout outs. So I have a couple of things today that I wanted to say. First, I wanted to shout out Liz at Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. She finished her Teresa Kogut Create, and she gave me a super sweet shout out in her latest video. If you haven't checked it out, click down in the shout out section below. I linked to her channel, and she stitched it in colors that she had in her stash. She did use the 40 count blush linen like I did, but if you are looking for more inspiration for rainbow colors, she has them listed on her Instagram as well. It's Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. Definitely check her out. I absolutely love her Flosstube channel and all of her stitching and quilting and all of the good things. She has a lot of great tutorials as well, so please check out Liz. Second thing, Jessica, the Sweetwater Stitcher, is trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you have not subscribed to Jessica's channel, I encourage you to do so. I do have a link to it as well. I love Jessica. She is amazing. She shares so much information on her Flosstube. She's doing it right now every 2 weeks. And I absolutely love her channel, and I think you guys will too. If you haven't already checked it out, please do, and consider subscribing so she can reach 10,000 subscribers. And finally, this was completely a fluke how I found this, but I found a new Flosstube channel new to me. They have been sharing for a while. It is called Unfinished Stitches, and it's a mother and daughter, and they are in different states, so they have a split screen and they share their stitching. And the reason I want to shout them out is I know I have a ton of Aida only stitchers that watch, that are in my Facebook group. In fact, everyone who won the pillow finish from me sent me an Aida stitched project. And so I thought you guys would love seeing their channel and be so inspired by everything they're stitching, because I thought it was amazing. And the other thing is that they do, especially the daughter, and why her name is escaping me at the moment, I'm so sorry, but she only stitches DMC. So if you are a DMC only stitcher, she does conversions for charts that even don't have a DMC conversion, and they stitch like all the things. It's super inspiring, and I thought for all of my Aida stitchers, you would love it. So please check out Unfinished Stitches. And I think that's it for my shout outs today. Oh no, I completely lied. My last shout out, I also noticed, so I said Liz did the Create chart. Sarah of Stitchy Friends, I also saw in one of their latest Flosstube episodes, which I will also link that down below. If you aren't following Stitchy Friends, please do, because they have so much great inspiration as well. But Sarah is stitching the Create chart, and I loved seeing her progress on her stitching as well. Okay. That is it for shout outs this week. FFO'S! Okay, you guys, so I'm really excited to share 4 finishes. And I could have kept going, but I ran out of time. So I think I'll have more to share with you guys next week. Of course, the first one, and a lot of you have probably seen it, but I wanted to share it again here. So this is the Stars and Stripes Sal. I did not finish the back of my board because it won't get seen. If you are going to be putting it on an easel, I highly encourage you to paint the back. I'll show you another one that I did paint the back on. And I may still go ahead and finish this, so kind of ignore that. But this is the Flossiversary Summer Sal 2023 finish. This is our Stars and Stripes Forever and Red, White, and Bloom that I combined from Cherry Hill Stitchery. These are the charts. I combined Stars and Stripes Forever and red, white, and bloom. So I use the basket from that. And then that star in this chart is actually what I use for my button, my covered button there. But I have the link to the video tutorial down below. This was finished on a Chantal's 141 design, Plentiful Pocket. And if you think this looks familiar, it is, because I used this for the More Chocolate Bunnies as well, but I just finished this one completely different. I used a navy mineral paint from Tommy Art, and then I did a white wax on top to give it a little bit more of a weathered feel, and then I sanded the edges for just minimal distress, not a ton, but the white wax on top gives it just, it softens the navy effect. And I have to say, it might be my new favorite finish, at least for Patriotic, because I use the exact same technique for the other hard finish I'm going to share with you. But I love it. 2 layers of batting underneath the stitching, and then adhered to press-on board, and I used the adhesive circles and tape from Fat Quarter Shop. Then a layer of fabric. This is just from my stash. It's Sweetwater fabric. It's old. That is also on a layer of press-on board. And then I used the Lori Holt vintage trim in Cloud. I used the large rickrack. Picks, bow are all from Joann's. I cannot promise that they still have them, but they had all of this marked off like 70% when I got it, and I think they've marked it down even more, and I'm sure they will now that July 4th is over. So you may check it out. I did 5 picks. They're all short, 10 inches tall is all they are. 3 multi, and then 2 white. So I did multi-white, multi-white, multi. And then this bow, since I was asked so much several times, I just said a couple in the Q&A, if I would share the hack for this, because I do have a little hack for it. So that video tutorial will be coming. And then this is a covered button. It's the 1 1/8 inch size. And I used just a scrap of the fabric from the corner of this stitch to make my covered button. And I do have a tutorial for covered buttons here on my channel as well. So I love, love, love how it turned out. I'm so happy. I changed my stitching fabric to the Saltbush from Fox and Rabbit. It's 32 count because the white pops on it. I love, love, love it. So stay tuned for the end of the video. I do have photos of my patriotic decor, and you can check all of that out because I know I was asked, will you do a tour? And so you can see it in photos. Okay, my second finish, oh, did I do the wrong one first? I did. This, I don't think I ever showed. I actually started this a while ago and I never showed it. I forgot it. I stuck the bag somewhere else. So I finished stitching With Thy Needle and Thread Holiday Hoopla 4th of July. I love these holiday hooplas. Super fast stitch. I did stitch this on the Paper Bark by Fox and Rabbit 32 count. And then this is finished on a Chantal's 141 design basics round. So this is like, I think this board, it's a 3-piece. So these 2 circles and this one, I think it's $5.95, I think is all it is. Finished just like my big Plentiful Pocket, navy mineral paint, white wax, sanded the edges. And I did finish the back of this one. I do think it looks better finished, so I probably will finish the other one too. I'll just have to be really, really careful since I already have everything on it. But I did film the little bow tutorial. This is the same ribbon. This is from Joann as well. And I did a very teeny tiny, like 7/8 inch covered button in the center that has a little star on it. 2 layers of press on board. I had to make my own. I thought I bought Chantal's circle templates for cutting press on board for circle finishes. I either didn't or I can't find them. So I'm going to have to order them again. But I did, so because I'm a paper crafter and I have lots of dies, I took circle dies and I cut just copy paper to make myself templates. I picked the 2 circle dies that I thought worked because I laid them on my backer board. And then I cut press on board. I cut this, and this was the scrap of fabric left over from Plentiful Pocket. And then 2 layers of batting under here. I will say I did a layer of batting underneath the fabric as well. So there's, and I use warm and white or warm and natural. So it's a little bit thinner. If you're using thicker batting, you probably don't need 2 layers. Same thing for the Plentiful Pocket. 2 layers of batting here, cut into circle shape, attached to the press on board, and then the finish. I did lace it. If you have seen my finishing tutorial for my ornament, I will link that down below too. That is how I laced this. That gives you the really pretty finish. And then I also laced my fabric with a layer, 1 layer of batting onto press on board, and I laced that one as well. And then I used this pom-pom trim. This pom-pom trim is not my favorite, except for a hard finish. So if you are going to finish, and I'll show you here on my pillow finishes, if you are going to finish a pom-pom trim onto a pillow, I know the girls at Primrose Cottage sew theirs in, and they sew in this kind. I ripped apart a pillow 3 times. I can't do it. I would rather hand sew my pom-pom trim on, so I'll talk about that in a second. But if you have the pom-pom trim that can't be cut apart, which this is, it's fantastic for hard finishes. So I hot glued it, and I love it on here. I think it's fantastic. I did not pick white pom-poms because this fabric is a lot lighter than the Saltbush. This is paper bark, and I didn't think white would be very showy, but I thought the navy was against that red and white fabric. So that was kind of my thinking behind that. It's super sweet, super cute. Highly, highly recommend doing this. If you are stitching this, if you're looking for something quick and easy, whoops, there we go. Uncle Sam as the letter L is adorable. Absolutely adorable. Love it. Oh, and this floss for his beard, I don't know if you can tell. It's that Whisper floss, which is the pits to stitch with, but looks awesome because it has some texture. Anyway, so that is my second finish. I used all the called for colors in the stitching. They're all over dyed. So that is number 2 finish. So pillow finishes. Funny enough, because those winners are randomly selected, 2 of the finishes are the free Freedom Chart from Cherry Hill Stitchery, and which I'll show next. And then 1 was the Liberty. So 14 count Aida. I won't mention, I think I got confirmation from everyone. This was Pam's. I won't give last names. But this is this is the Liberty finish. I will link it down below. It's filled with a mixture of polyfill and poly pellets, so it gives it a little bit of weight, but the polyfill helps it round out nicely. For the finish, I said I would finish and put a trim on. So I did this little teeny red, this is Lady Dot Creates, I think it's called Sizzle, pom-pom trim. And what I did was I separated it from the tape, the pom-pom tape, and then I hand stitched it on. So I don't cut my openings either. I do a ladder stitch here in the bottom to shut it, and then I sewed the pom-pom trim on. Yes, sure did. Sure went in between each of those one at a time. That's okay though, because it looks best in my opinion. So this is Pam's pillow. I hope she loves it. I did go ahead. I felt like we should add some pins. So that's a little extra from me for Pam for the finish, because I thought the pins were really cute in there. If she doesn't like them, she can just take them out and use them in something else. But that is the Liberty pillow finish. I love it. Do you think they would notice if I just tucked them into my bowl? Probably. So there's one. And the reason the Freedom one, it's huge. So this one took a little bit longer. And yes, friends, did I stitch the pom-pom trim on? Sure did. By hand. This is the free Freedom chart from Cherry Hill Stitchery. You can download this right from her website, and I've seen so many of you stitch it. So awesome. 14 count again. So if you're stitching on a bigger fabric, it will be quite a bit smaller. I did add some cute pins. I liked the little bird with the star. I felt like it was almost sitting at the end of the Freedom. And then I picked this little red flower from one of the Patriotic, Just Another Button Company sets because I thought it matched nicely. Again, Lady Dot Create, pom-pom trim, no split opening or patch in the back. That's just, I tried it once. It's not my favorite. I ladder stitched mine open. How about closed? I ladder stitched mine closed, and then I whip stitched the pom-pom trim on. Very, very happy with how this turned out. This will be a beautiful focal piece in a bowl or display, and I hope Jenny loves this one. And again, if they don't like the pins, they can take them out and use them on something else. That was just a bonus. I didn't say I would add those. Okay, that is it for my finishes this week. I did not get my own finished because, okay, so here's the thing. Stitching on the trim hurts my hands after a while. So that was about the max of what I could do in one day. I'm going to do my third winners next. And then I will do mine. So that's the plan. We'll see how that turns out, okay? Finishes. So I do have 2 finishes for myself. I'm very happy. As part of my Flossiversary Summer Sal 2023, I did stitch my bonus piece, Land That I Love from Cherry Hill Stitchery. I love it, and this is going to be a pillow that I can display with my plentiful pocket finish. And here is my stitch. Also stitched on 32 count paper bark. Yeah, I'm really sorry I didn't iron it. And it's still in this huge blanket of fabric. All class here, everyone. So I will finish this into a pillow this week, and I'll share it next week. I only stitched 1/2. I was not loving how my white floss looked at all. And I started in the white here. And I decided just to go ahead and try 1 strand over 2 on 32 count. I normally only stitch 1 thread on 36 or 40, but I actually kind of love it. I think it looks kind of light and vintagey. The coverage is definitely not as much, but I like it. And for a little pillow, I think it's going to be darling. Love, love, love this. So I will be finishing that this week. My second full finish, I've really been in a full finish mood. Or not full finish, but a finish. Like finish the stitch, get those whips out of there, which you'll see me talk about here in a little bit. But is my Home Sweet Home by With Thy Needle and Thread. Oh, I love this. I stitched this on 36 count vintage country mocha using the called for overdyed and DMC. And I didn't iron this one either, so I apologize. Don't come at me. There we go. I love it. This will also be a little pillow to stick in my dough bowl. Look at the colors. So beautiful. I mean, it's Brenda Gervais. Did we think it wouldn't be? I love everything she does. All right. Oh, don't fall. So that is... Those are my 2 finishes this week. Let's do whips. So I do have 2 whips. This one I tried hard to finish, but I'm struggling finding a second color of red because I changed all the colors. So I am stitching from the Summer Memories book by Susan Aki. I am stitching the Freedom flowers, this one right here. And I changed it from what I originally was stitching on. I'm using Color and Cotton, and I'm stitching on 32 count Pewter by Color and Cotton, and I love this. I need another red for these other flowers. Also, I don't understand why something that is so easy. I have frogged more on this stupid thing than you could even imagine. Oh my gosh, it makes me so mad. I did fix that handle that a viewer told me that I stitched wrong. Thank you, by the way, for that. I don't want to get too far into it and realize that, so I fixed that. I stitched all the green, all the dark blue, but I am struggling. I need to find a lighter red. And I don't think I have a Color and Cotton red, and the red I picked from Weeks, it was too pink. I did not like it at all. I ripped that out as well. So I am hoping to just sit down one evening and finish this really quick during our Christmas in July, because I'm going to go ahead and finish that. Because I want to mark that. Oh, I forgot to put my book in there. I want to mark that off of my to-do list. And then my second whip, this was completely because I just wanted to. Probably I needed a break from Patriotic from all of the work from the Sal and whatnot. I don't know. But I wanted to get back to my Channing Street by Annie B. So I have worked on this for 2 Sundays. I've almost, in my mind, I call it Sampler Sunday. I know there's a lot of people who do Sabbath Sunday, but this is what I'm stitching. I love this. And I did work on it a little bit. I'm not very far, because each Sunday when I've sat down to stitch on it, I am tired. I am going to stitch mine page by page, so I'm still on page 1, but I've made good progress. This is 36 count parchment by Fiber on a Whim. So it's got quite a bit of modeling to it, but I really like it, and there's my stitching. I love the berries. I started the alphabet, and again, I'm going to stitch it 1 page at a time. Here's what the whole piece of fabric looks like. I just left it in the whole piece that I got. Oh, you guys, I think it's going to be so pretty. I'm using all the called for floss for this. And that was my other whip. So my 4th of July start, because I always like to start something on holidays or special occasions. I know I mentioned last week, it's going to be Annie B's Be Sweet. I think I'm going to pick a darker fabric to stitch this on than the one I had shown last week from Color and Cotton. I may even use the Saltbush from Fox and Rabbit, because I love how my Stars and Stripes and Red, White, and Bloom turned out so much. I mean, the white pops. And also, I'm probably going to change the floss to a white, because I feel like it's not white. I don't know if you can see how it's kind of a peachy color. I'm going to change it to a white in the chart. I'm almost positive I'm going to stitch this on Saltbush, but I will share my progress on social media. So this is going to be my 4th of July start. And that's it for new starts. I'm sure I'll have some, well, I'm not sure, because I said earlier, I'm sure I'll have some next week, but I'm trying to clean up whips. Okay, let's talk free charts. I know there's more than this out there, but these are 2 that caught my eye this week. The first one is from Silver Creek Samplers, which I know it's free, so I could probably show it, but it is this. It's Freedom a la Mode. It's cute. I have a link down in the description if you would like to pick this up. I think this would be a super cute stitch to tuck into your dough bowl for like kitchen decorating or whatever. Wouldn't that be super sweet? So there is one. And then this isn't going to be very impressive, really, because it doesn't look impressive here, but I am going to throw the picture up on the screen, the screenshot. This is Plum Street Samplers July 4th, and this is a free download from Plum Street Samplers. And I am going to link to Holly at Mrs. Jones Stitching down below. I would never have thought to look She shared this in a recent Flosstube, and oh my gosh, you guys, her stitch, she didn't do the July 4th, she just did the flag. I'm going to stitch it. I am going to stitch it. I'm probably going to stitch it in color and cotton. And also Holly almost exclusively stitches with color and cotton. So it's amazing. So please check out her Flosstube as well. She should probably be up in the shout outs. But that is what inspired me for that. And I wanted to share those with you today here on Independence Day. Okay, just a little recap of the Flossiversary Summer Sal. This is going to be a very short section. I want to mention that down in the comments, I have links to everything that we that we did here. So we started with the project bag tutorial, which was a bonus for this Sal, and then I have week 1, 2, 3, and 4, the Stitch With Me videos. If you want to go back and watch those, read through the chat, whatever, that is fun. And you also see and hear about starting on paper bark and switching to saltbush and the reason the fabric made such a difference for me, and it might be the same for you. And then the finishing week tutorial. So I'll have links to all of those in the description below. And I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who participated in the Sal. I love the community. I love the stitching with you guys, and thank you for supporting and stitching and just all of the fun along the way. Giveaways have all been updated by the time of the airing of this. I gave you guys a little bit longer for that last week. So I have updated that, and then you can contact me, and giveaways are only through Facebook and our Facebook group. So if you're going to be joining for the Christmas in July, you will need to be part of the Facebook group if you want to take part in giveaways. And the information will be listed each week for those. But if you don't want to if you don't do Facebook and you don't care about that, that's fine too. You can just watch me here on YouTube and participate in the Stitch With Me's. So let's move on to the Christmas in July Sal first. This is the new Sal that starts tomorrow, July 5th, and that is when I am starting my Christmas in July. I know a lot of people started July 1st with their Jolly July, Christmas in July stitching. I decided to wait till the 5th. I wanted to finish out my patriotic projects, and so I decided the day we start our Sal is the day I'll start my Christmas in July stitching. This is the Jingle Bell Sleigh Ride Co. We are going to be stitching this over the next 4 weeks and then finishing it on the Chantal 141 design large sled. Links to all of this are down below. I am going to switch my link because I believe the sled is in. I need to confirm this. So the link, I'll give you the link, but she is opening her own website. She will keep Etsy, but a lot of things will move to the new website. And so I will be providing links. In fact, that basic round that I shared from the FFO section, I gave you the link to her actual store. So that is away from Etsy. Anyway, we're going to be finishing the sleigh ride on that sled. I'm going to share with you a new finishing technique. I've already started the finishing technique, so the board is almost ready to go and ready for our stitch. But could this be a better stitch for that sled? I'm so excited. So, and then I also, this is definitely, if you have seen my Merry Christmas finish that I finished on her small sled, it has a really beautiful big bow. I will be sharing with you all the details on how to make that bow. It's pretty similar to the bow hack, but there's a little bit more to it, and I'm going to show you a different way to finish that. So stay tuned. Very, very excited. All the supplies are listed down below. Now, one of my questions for the Christmas in July, I'm stitching mine on 28 count vintage country mocha. The reason you can stitch it on smaller and it'll fit. So if you like to stitch on 32, stitch on 32. If you like to stitch on 36, you may have to mount it on a couple more layers of fabric or a wider layer of fabric, but this is about as big as will fit. I think 27 count Linda cloth will fit as well if I was doing measurements before I announced this, because there's a 27 count vintage country mocha in Linda cloth. but I want mine to be big. So I want it to take up a lot of that surface area on that sled board right here. So I'm doing mine on 28 count, which means 14 count stitchers. I got you. This is going to fit if you're my 14 count girls or guys. So super excited about that. Now, one of the comments from earlier was regarding, hold on. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. I'm so excited about starting Christmas in July. I'm ready. This is so sad, you guys. I'm ready for fall and Christmas stitching. I knew it would happen. Like, I want to start all my Halloween too. I reorganized all my whips over the weekend and my kitted up projects, and have started making plans for next month. Don't be scared. Here's my vintage country mocha. I did do an over-dyed conversion. It is listed down below. It is charted in DMC. So if you're a DMC stitcher, stitch in DMC. It'll be beautiful. I just thought it would be fun to do a conversion. And so I did my own. It doesn't come this way. I did my own, and I'll stitch in the overdyes. So that is down there as well. I still don't have a Christmas bag. I might use the one that Barbara gave me, actually, because I thought I'd make one. That's not happened. We're starting this out tomorrow. I'm not going to make a project bag at this time. I know several people asked me. There's just not time. Okay, so here, now we're to this point. The bonus for this Sal is that reindeer from Rudolph's Reindeer Games, we are going to stitch, or at least I am, and I'm going to finish on the sled ornament from Chantal's 141 design. And I'm going to have a whole video tutorial on how to finish this and turn it into an ornament for your tree using just this beautiful reindeer. Now, I completely plan to stitch this as a pillow. I cannot promise I'll get it done this month, but my whole plan is to stitch this, the whole thing, as a pillow finish to go with this. This pillow, I'm going to start, and I'm going to start in the 36 count vintage country mocha. I bought plenty of fabric because I want this and the other companion chart to all be in the same fabric and colors. But I will finish this like probably October if I don't get it finished this month. I'm going to do my best, but my priority is the reindeer and getting that bonus video tutorial up. I don't have an ETA on when that will be, but that's priority number one after our week one stitching, because I'm going to keep up better. And the other companion that I will also be stitching into a pillow is Sleigh Bells Ring. So you can see how they all are very similar. Now these two are paper only charts. This one is a PDF, so it's going to be available at all times. I have heard from you guys. I know it's sold out everywhere. Fat Quarter Shop is getting these both back. They just don't have their order yet. I would imagine it won't take very long, because when I asked them for Sleigh Ride, they got it in immediately. 123 Stitch restocked immediately. It is sold out again. Primrose Cottage, Emily told me that she ordered some of this. So you may start a little late, but you guys, you'll be able to catch up. And even if you cannot finish in July, we're starting early. I'm hoping by doing our Christmas Sal here in July, it gives you till November or December 1st. Let's say you decorate the day after Thanksgiving. Hopefully that gives you that whole amount of time to get your stitching completed and your finish completed. So don't feel bad if you can't stitch, exactly what I'm stitching every week. Because I have committed to this Sal, I finish what I say I'm going to finish, but you guys don't have to. I know a lot of you have busy summers or work or kids activities or whatever might be going on. Summer can be kind of busy. We're not hunkered in, cozy by the fire stitching. So I'm hoping that it gives you plenty of time to finish, even if you can't. And I love that you guys stitch along. Just stitch at your own pace. I can't emphasize enough. I just want to encourage everyone to stitch. You can go back and watch the videos when the weather does get cool. I don't want that to deter you from joining in, I guess. I hope that makes sense. So please, even if, so maybe you're looking at this now and you're like, yes, I want to join, and the charts aren't available. I have Fat Quarter Shop is getting them. So I will post, post on Facebook, I will post on social media. And I just want to say a huge thank you to them for being so supportive. And like Emily said, that they put in an order as well. So thank you to Primrose Cottage for being so supportive. And when I see those charts in stock, I will let you guys know. Okay, everybody. Did I cover everything on the Sal? I gotta go get my bag for that so I don't lose everything. I think so. Okay. July stitching. This is going to be my Christmas and July stitching. What I decided, I do have one new start because the stitch along started last month and Nichol did not do any of it, which is the Primrose Cottage Welcome to the North Pole. So I have June and July to stitch, but I'm okay with that. It's going to be fine. I will get caught up. That will be, in fact, maybe I should just talk about that now. They are doing a Sal. So many people are stitching along with it. This is Welcome to the North Pole. Stay tuned for the giveaway section is all I have to say. You can jump in anytime. And I love this. I will say part of the reason I haven't started is I bought a 28 count light taupe for mine, and I'm almost considering stitching it in something smaller. And I decided I'm going to give myself grace to figure it out. Chantal has a finishing board coming that I want to see if I can make this work on if I stitch on something smaller. And it may not. I may have to finish it. I didn't buy the finishing board, and I think their dad has a supply of these dropping, but I can't remember when they said. So check out their page because they always post about that. I kind of want to figure out what I want to finish on before I pick my fabric. So I will work on this this month, and I have every intention of getting June and July sections, the first 2 sections, finished. But it won't be my priority number 1. Next, so from there, that was my only kind of newish Christmas. I went through all of my Christmas bags. So I mentioned a little bit ago, I went through all of my whips and I reorganized them. I actually cleared off 2 little shelves in my Billy bookcases. It's over here, but the unit you can't see because I have 3 of the big, and then 3 big and 3 of the small Billy bookcases in my office. And the one over on that side actually houses a lot of stamps, but it has 2 shallow shelves that like not a lot goes on. But if you lay my bags in, I could put my entire collection of whips. Congratulations, Nichol, with all of your whips on those shelves. But I have really been feeling the need to finish some whips and also clean out anything that I don't think I'll finish, which wasn't very much, but I did get rid of maybe a handful, or I've set them aside to consider if I don't want to finish them. With that being said, I didn't pull out anything kitted up, but I did pull out 4 Christmas whips, things that are already in progress that were not finished. I have lots of kitted up, but I only pulled out things that I started. So the first one is the Big City Christmas from Country Cottage Needleworks, and I have sucked. The whole thing is out now. And I have stitched one. I have stitched the department store, but I'm going to at least do the next one, which is the theater this month, and whatever else I can get. I am stitching mine all as one piece on, I wrote it down because I knew, 32 count platinum Lugana. It is going to be long, but, and I will have it framed when I'm done, or I'll figure out something. I love it, but I don't know why I'm having such a hard time getting going on it. But we're back into the Christmas, so this is a whip. This one is something I would like to, like I said, the theater is the only thing I've put on my plan for this month. Speaking, you know what I did my shout outs? Something the unfinished stitchers do is they set monthly goals, and I loved that. Plus they do monthly goals in like a planner, and then they put those projects in a bin, and then those are the projects they touch during the month, and I thought that was so smart. I like that idea. So this is my project bag I made, my first project bag I ever made. It's got some problems, but I love it. And then I did stitch up my little Santa from one of the charts into a hoop for here. This poor whip. My friend Cassie shared her Lizzie Kate Christmas and Halloween rules with me, and I gotta be honest, super duper wanted to go pull out Halloween rules, not Christmas rules. But that's not what we're doing this month, is it? No, we're not. Next month. I already pulled it aside. This is all I have. I don't even have the topper done. And maybe this would be a good time to reevaluate. I started this on 25 count mushroom Lugana. I want to stitch it on something smaller with one strand. I want to do a 36 or a 40 count. Should I start over? I think I would be happier. Tell me in the comments what you think. I love it, but I can't decide, you guys. I can't decide if I should just go ahead and go with it because I love this 25 count mushroom. I love it. But I really just want to stitch with one strand, and I want it to be smaller. My Halloween rules is also on this size fabric, but I am way further on it, and I am not starting over. So I will continue on that. But I can't decide. So this will not be touched right away. We can do Big City Christmas or Christmas rules or Welcome to the North Pole before that. But this is Lizzie Kate. It's all individual charts. When Lizzie Kate retired, 123 Stitch bought the rights to her patterns, so you have to find them there. And then that topper that I'm working on is a free download from Lizzie Kate, and I have links to that down below. I really think... I know I said tell me what you think in the comments, but I'm leaning towards restarting. And I'm leaning towards restarting on a 36 count because that is my favorite, and I think I'll be happier. But let me know. This right here is going to be the first thing I finish. Because I meant to get to it last year and I never got back to it. Where's the... There we go. This is With Thy Needle and Thread, Cup of Christmas Cheer. I gave a link to Farm Girl Dry Goods, which is, I think, where I ordered this from last year. I love her. Super fast shipping. And she usually has, like, all of the Brenda Gervais charts. I am stitching this on, I have cheat notes, 28 count light taupe. Oh, yeah, of course I am. And this is where, I mean, why am I not finished? I only have fill-in, tree trunk, the berries for the holly. Yeah. I need to finish this and FFO it. I love this. So I have to fill in the brim of the hat, the face, and the beard. It's a lot of fill-in. I should just sit down and watch the new season of Jack Ryan and fill in because I need some. There's so much going on the screen that I really need to pay attention. All right. I am using all the called for that, and this is this cute, I don't think she has this in her shop. I hope she brings it back for Christmas. But Chantal of 141 Design made these cute little floss holders, and I have all my floss on here. Okay. That one is the first one I'm going to finish because I want to get that done. This is probably the second. It is one of my oldest whips. And I love it so much, and I really just want to get back to it. I started this bad boy before I had my fantastic Halo Daylight Go light, and it was kind of the pits to stitch on, and now it's not. This is Little House Needleworks Rudolph's Sampler. Oh, and I want to get framed. I want to get it framed almost just like that, I think. I'm stitching on 32 count Platinum Lugana. I started at the bottom because that was the straight line, and I just do not have that much done on it, but y'all, get going, girl. I love this. So I would really like to stitch on this. Here's what I'm thinking. I would love to touch all of these, but I would love to finish Cup of Christmas Cheer. That one will get finished. And then I want to do this, and I would like to stitch on this until it's finished. And then I just work on the Sal charts. And if I finish this, then I can move on to something else. But I do need to work on Welcome to the North Pole. But I'm kind of thinking that's what I'm going to do. These are all like the possibilities. But I have really been in the stitch on it till it's done kind of mood. And that's it for my July stitching. Let me know in the comments what you're going to, if you're doing July stitching, are you going to work on whips? Are you going to do new starts? I mean, there is a bunch of new things I'd like to start, but I have a really fun idea for ornaments. Kind of working on ironing that out. It wouldn't be this month. Closer to the end of the year, probably September, October-ish. So we'll talk more about that later when I kind of iron out my plans. What's going on with my necklace? There we go. Let's go ahead and talk about haul. So this first chart from my haul was completely Nichol's random. Watching Flosstube, I was watching Linen and Scraps. I probably should put those in the shout out too. Molly and Kathy. I will have a link to their Flosstube channel down below. But Molly is stitching Plum Street Samplers, the Gather In, and I had to have it. I'm all about Plum Street lately. I love it. So I ordered this from 123 Stitch with all the threads. I gotta have some fabric in my stash to stitch this on, surely. So gorgeous. I love it. You know how I feel about fall stitching. So that was one thing. Next, I ordered a couple of fabrics. This is Flannel Flower 40 count from Fox and Rabbit. I love this. It was one that I kept putting off. Honestly, I bought this because I couldn't get something else I wanted. And I like this. I like this a lot. For some Halloween things I think I want to do. So I bought this, the Flannel Flower. We shall see. I also got, I've been wanting the vintage smoky white. This is 32 count Belfast linen. It's very subtle modeling. So I bought that. That's again 32 count vintage smoky white. And that's been on my wish list for a while. So when I saw it in stock at Fat Quarter Shop, I picked that up. That was crunchy. I'm really sorry for everyone who has AirPods in. I will link to any of this that's left at Fat Quarter Shop, but I know this bundle is no longer there. And I heard Kimberly at Fat Quarter Shop say that they cannot reorder because when it's gone, it's gone. Fig Tree Quilts fall collections are always super popular, and I always buy them because you can mix and match them. So I bought the half-yard bundle of Harvest Moon. See why I'm in the fall mood, but I love it. I don't really have a plan, but I did buy this, and I will link to what they have left at Fat Quarter Shop. I think they had jelly rolls, honey buns, layer cakes, and some yardage, but not all the yardage. I noticed this was sold out at Fat Quarter Shop, but you can get it other places as well. I have a subscription to Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. I wanted to show you this, not the chart, but I wanted to show. There's several charts in here I really like. But the Cherry Hill Stitchery one, here it is. For my bee stitchers, look at that cutie. I love it. So that's, again, the summer 2023 issue of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. My Sweetwater tagged label came for the month. I love this. I'm showing you all the fall and Christmas, but we got some summer happening there. I ordered the finishing kit for Fresh Lemonade from Primrose Cottage. I know this is sold out, but I just want to shout out that they do some fantastic little finishing kits. And so when they post them, jump on that. I got my Weeks Dye Works Floss Frenzy from Fat Quarter Shop. I belong to the Floss Frenzy and Floss Fix clubs. This month we have Bubblegum, Broom Tree. It's a pretty color. Bright Leaf. This is a great fall color. I have that, but I can always use more. Brick. Ooh, do you think brick might work for my Freedom Flowers? We'll have to look. That's pretty. Boysenberry. That's beautiful. I like that. And Bordeaux. Super pretty. I love getting these every month. So that is from, again, I'm part of the club at Fat Quarter Shop. And then I did get these patterns from my LNS Heart's Desire. I think they may still have some. You can give them a call. I'll put their information down below. You can also get these at Fat Quarter Shop. I got the Hands-On Design Strawberry from the Berry Basket. I love this. This is from her latest release. And then, of course, the Vintage Stitch to Hexie. I love these so, so, so much. So picked up both of those. And that is it for my haul. I do have an unboxing from Fat Quarter Shop. So a huge thank you to Fat Quarter Shop. They sent me the June Sew Sampler. I do have a link down below. They have a limited quantity of a few of these left if you're interested. When you open it, it always has this beautiful packaging. Life is good in June. And then on the back of this is always a discount code. This month, so sorry, I dropped everything. At the end of these videos, things get hairy around here. So they always come with a great little thing and how much, or what all's in the box and how much the value is what I should say. So we're getting the Sunnyside Fat 8th bundle from Camille Ross Kelly of Moda Fabrics, which she is one of my all-time favorites. This is valued at $20.98. The pattern, I'm actually considering buying the extra fabric and making this because I really love it. The finished size is 53 by 53. This is the Dinah quilt pattern. I think that's beautiful. This is the stuff you need. The pattern only comes in the Sew Sampler box. I am really considering making this. I like it. Yep, so the pattern, and the pattern is valued at $9.98. There's some sewing machine needles in size 90-14. These are valued at $3.74. You get a easy organizing sticker and clips bundle valued at $10.98. I don't really know what the stickers are for. Oh, they have some things I'd have to read. But the binder clips, or yeah, the clover clips I love, or whatever kind of clips they are. You get a 4.5-inch square ruler. I think I have this. I probably will give it away. I need to confirm. Yeah, I'm almost positive because Creative Grids are my favorite rulers. This is valued at $12.99. That's an awesome little perk to put in the box because Creative Grid rulers are fantastic. Then you get this thing. I know that's really helpful. Oh, here. It is an iron cleaner cloth. Oh, that's nice. Valued at $3.98. This was a bonus. It cleans your iron surfaces, removes fusible spacings and sticky residue. Probably pretty handy to have on hand. And then we get this month's Pressed Flowers Quilt-Along pattern, which I'm going to be working on all 3 blocks. This is block 3. I'm going to be working on mine this month. So, oh, and that's valued at $4.98. So, awesome box. Consider subscribing if you haven't to the Sew Sampler. I love it every month. And I need to get on sharing what I have been doing with mine. Hopefully that will be next week. Thank you so much, Fat Quarter Shop. Stitchy mail. So I have a few things. When Sandy sent her stitch in for me to finish her pillow, which she has a Freedom like the one I did for Jenny, she also sent me these white trays. She says she uses them when she's working on her paper crafting projects. Or actually she said she uses them when crafting. And I love this. This is so smart. I'm super excited. I'm going to be using those. So thank you, Sandy. So nice of you. Where should I put those? Oh, actually, you know where I put everything? Until the thank you is written, it has to go here. All right. A gal who works at Heart's Desire, my LNS here in Wichita, Kansas, left some patterns to give as giveaways. I forgot she had contacted me a while ago, and she had them back behind the counter, and so I felt bad because I haven't been in a little while. These are the patterns, so they'll most likely be in future giveaways. I love this. This is Little House Needleworks, Blessed is the Life. This is from 2015. That's beautiful. I like it. I might keep it. Lizzie Kate. I looked for the dates on some of these and I can't find them. So this is If You Live to Be 100. This is Lizzie Kate Busy Bee. Look at that. And this is Lizzie Kate Be Bold and Brave. So thank you, Michelle. That's so sweet of you. Has to go in the pile for the thank yous. Cassie said she accidentally bought multiples of this, and so she sent me a couple for giveaways. And I actually gave my copy away, and I can't quit thinking about Uncle Sam. I think I'm going to stitch him. So I'm going to keep one, but I'm going to give one away today. So Cassie, thank you so much. Giveaways. I have not heard from Tracy, who was the winner of the Zweigart Country Vintage 14 count Aida. If I don't hear from Tracy by the end of the week, I will pick a new. I probably won't. She was the second winner I picked. So I'm probably going to put this back in the rotation for giveaways because I don't want to keep going back to that old video. This is a great 14 count. And then I have not heard from the winner of, and it was, I don't know. I will put it up here on the screen. This was the Hank Chicken Club. So please contact me again by the end of the week, or I will pick a new winner for next week's Flosstube episode. I don't want to hang on to those forever. And winners from Flosstube 49. So I am going to pop up the screenshot of the winner here on the screen. You won, or number, congratulations to Jean. So sorry. You won the Patriotic Typeface, and then one of these floss rings, I'll throw these in as well. This is Barbara made these, and she made tons and asked me that I could give them away, so I am including them in some giveaways. They're absolutely beautiful. If you want, you can take them off of the ring and clip them to the zipper pull of your project bag. So amazing, and thank you again to Barbara for her generosity in making and sending those. The winner of the Star Spangled Ornaments from Fat Quarter Shop is So Happy 10,000. Congratulations. Email me at the email address in the description below. The winner of the Bee in My Bonnet Stitch Card O is Eveline Van Heist. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. Email me and I'll get those mailed out to you. The winner of the Heart in Hand Bird in the Hand Valentine's Day goes to Rob Hawkins. The When I Think of February goes to Rebecca V. The Stitching with the Housewives month-to-month February goes to Denise Henry. The Let's Go Ride a Bike Stitching with the Housewives Sweetheart Street, I love this one, Vicky Finney. And the Jolly Bar Book 4 Suzette Amos. Sorry. So email me at the email down in the description below with your mailing address, and please tell me what you won. It helps me out a lot, makes it faster, and I will get those mailed out to you. I do mail giveaways usually just once a week. So be patient. I don't want to be printing randomly all week long. I like to just sit down and do them all in one batch and then take them all to the post office one time. Okay, so you still have until July 5th at 8 a.m. Central to leave comments for the giveaways from Flosstube 50, so please check that out. There were 4 giveaways from that Flosstube. And for today, I have 6 basically, giveaways for you. Please leave a comment by July 14th, 2023 at 8 a.m. Central Time. And in order to be considered for a giveaway, please be a U.S. resident. Please like and subscribe to the video. Please be over 18 so that I can ask you for your mailing address and answer the question. What fabric count do you like to stitch on? Tell me your favorite. I told you guys my favorite in the video. So you guys tell me what your favorite count, and if you want your favorite type of fabric, whether it's Aida or Lugana or even weave or linen, tell me that if you want to as well. But what is your favorite count? So make sure you answer that question and then list the numbers that you're interested in your comment to be considered, because I use a random comment picker to choose the winners. So I picked, we have one patriotic themed giveaway today, and then we have Christmas giveaways. So our Christmas in July, but then I wanted to give away that last typeface. So leave a 1 if you would like the Jan Hicks Creates Vintage Christmas Alphabet 1. That's the ABC. Put a 1 in the comment if you want this one. 2 chances. Put a 2 in the comment if you would like to win Welcome to the North Pole from Primrose Cottage Stitches. Put a 2. 2 winners for this one. Put a 3 in your comment if you would like Stitching with the Housewives Hot Cocoa. Put a 3. And put a 4 in the comment if you would like the Fat Quarter Shop Oh Dear chart. You get the chart. I believe this is all the floss in DMC, if I'm not mistaken. And you also get the project bag from Fat Quarter Shop. You get all of those. So that is number 4. Number 5, put a 5 in the comments if you would like the Patriotic Typeface. Thank you, Cassie. Okay, you guys, I think that is it for today. Thank you again for joining me for another Flosstube episode. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Trying to get to 100,000 subscribers here. We're getting closer and closer all the time. I have a lot of fun things for you guys when we reach that milestone. Don't forget that our sleigh ride sale, our Christmas in July sale, does start tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Central with a Stitch with Me. Really excited for that. Please join the Facebook group if you haven't already. Lots of amazing inspiration. I was just in there this morning and oh my gosh, you guys, so many amazing projects. I love seeing everybody's completed Red, White, and June projects. Absolutely incredible. So definitely check that out. Thank you again for joining me. Have a wonderful holiday if you're here in the US, and we will see you all next time. Bye. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, click that like button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to always be notified when I have a new Flosstube stitching or quilting video. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and we'll see you next time.